Hello, hope you're all well. Today we are on Pilates week 12, which is crazy. So hopefully at some point we'll be back face to face in the studio, but for now, just keep working your Pilates weekly if you can, and just keep it going, keep motivated, keep your core strength, keep the mobility and the flexibility. So, just try and just persevere and carry on and just enjoy today's Pilates. It's going to be using weights today. So you need some handheld free weights. If you don't have handheld free weights, then grab something from the cupboard in the kitchen, sugar, tin cans. People usually use like baked bean type of things. You don't need anything too heavy, so don't worry too much about that. Just find something that you can just use as a little bit of a weight. But as you know, a lot of our things we can do without using any weights at all. So we're going to do quite a lot of work with the abdomen using the weights, so working the arms at the same time, but you're still going to get your core work even if you don't have any weights to use to do the upper body. So, but if you can grab them now, pause me and then come back, and then we're going to carry on. We're going to start today in child's pose. So once you are there, settle yourself down to the floor. Just keep your weights nearby so they're at easy reach. Take your feet together or your big toes together. Take your knees apart. And I want you to start by bringing your hands in front of you. Pressing down, spreading your fingers and just lifting up through your spine and pulling your shoulders back and down. So just feel the stretch through the spine. Park your bottom down to your heels. Now, as you know, if your knees and hips don't like this, you just come into a cat stretch and do exactly the same thing. You just stay up tall in your cat stretch. And then when I say bow forward, if you are in a cat stretch, you just drop down to your elbows and you reach your arms and you just sink as far as you can go. So it's the same in child's pose. So we drop down to the elbows. And then slide your hands down as you drop your head and chest down, melting your upper body between your arms. Fix your bottom back down into your heels as you reach forward. So make it an active stretch. Don't just relax into it. Lift the elbows, reach your fingers, arm coming forward on the left, arm coming forward on the right, just reaching and then pinning your bottom back down in towards your heels. So just take a 3 or 4 breaths, just stretching out through the body. And then slowly, when you're ready, just begin to walk your hands back in again. So we come back to that elevation, that extension of the spine. And then we're going to just walk the hands back to the mat. Bring your knees a little bit closer in, and then keep your bottom slightly hovered over your hips. You're just simply going to lift your body up and do a little rock forward, a little micro bend in the elbows, and then lift the bottom back up and sit your bottom back into your heels, lifting the spine. So we rock forwards, reach the shoulders beyond the wrists and do a little micro bend in the elbows, press back up and drop it down. This time we extend through the spine here, then we curl up, drift forward, micro bend, maybe a little bit deeper this time, just warming up the upper body, curve the spine, and when you sit down into your heels, lift and lengthen, stretch, pull those shoulder blades down. Curve the spine as we lift back up, bend the elbows, go a little bit deeper if you wish, curve the spine and sink back. So carry on just doing that exercise. And just as you're doing it, I just want to give you a few tips on that upper body, little kind of movement, bend through the arms. So just make sure that when you're coming forward, you rock your body weight forward. So as you can see, my shoulders go slightly over my wrists, and I'm just going to do a little bend, and then I'm going to push back up. So my bend is just sliding the elbows in towards the rib cage. My shoulders stay relaxed away from my ears. Remember, this is just a warm up, so you're just going. You might just want to be here and do a tiny little bend. And now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, rock forward, curve the spine, straighten out, keep your bottom up in the air as you bend your elbows down, and then slowly squeeze through the abdomen, pressing back up, curving the spine, sitting back and lifting into extension. Drop the chin, curve the spine, come forward, bend those elbows, slide them in towards your waistline, power up, curve the spine, sit down into your heels, look up and reach. So that's a lovely little pause there. Curve, 2 more, drop down, lift up, curve it up, sink it back, look up, lift and lengthen onto those fingertips perhaps. And on this last one, we're just going to glide forward, come forward, bend the elbows and drop yourself to the floor. Controllably, try not to go splat down to the ground. And then we're just going to bring our hands underneath our forehead, keeping our feet pinned to the floor. We're going to take a breath, then change your hand position, bringing your fingertips to the side of the temples. You're going to inhale, lift up, exhale, little twist. Inhale, center, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, and lower. Now we're going to do opposite leg to the way that we twist. So just concentrate on what you're doing. So when I lift up, I'm going to lift my back leg. I'm going to twist to the front, back to the center, and drop it down. So now I'm going to lift up, front leg, twist away from you, back to the middle, and down. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, and drop it down. So just carry on moving slowly through that exercise. Again, we're still warming up. These are things that we're going to come back to later. We're going to add weights in if we wish. Just getting your body used to the movement, getting the spine used to the rotation, the extension, get your core awake. So we're going to go 2 more each side. Squeeze those abs, squeeze the butt, pin your feet down. Now when you come to your last one, drop down in the middle, take a breath in, exhale, lift up in the center, and then free your hands, take them wide, circle them all the way around, catch and interlace your fingers as you lower your chest, extend your arms down towards your heels, and lift your upper body, and let's stretch the arms. Rotate slightly towards me, and lift the arms up. Inhale, center, rotate away from me, lift the arms up. Inhale, center, and then gently release your arms, bring them back underneath your forehead, relax down, make a pillow, let your body relax, take a quick roll through the body. And then I want you to keep your back leg extended and down on the ground. I want you to bend your front leg, keeping the toes pointed. We're going to hover the knee off the ground. We're going to exhale, lift, inhale, down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. So we're just doing a little bit of hip extension. Squeezing the butt, dropping back down. Squeezing the butt, dropping back down. This time we're keeping our upper body relaxed. We're not going to be here too long. 5, 4, 3, keep the hip bones grounded. 2, hold this last one up and let's pulse it, pulse it, pulse it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Squeeze it higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that heel in. Slide your front hand around to catch the foot. Push the knees together and just drive the heel in towards the bottom. Find that quad stretch. Release the leg, bend the opposite leg. Pin the hips down, let's go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So a little squeeze the butt. My front leg stays pinned to the ground. I'm still running that tension through my left leg. So this one that's flat, I pull the kneecap up so it's nice and strong. 4 more in this Other leg. Again, let the shoulders relax. Hold your last one up and let's pop, squeeze, squeeze, press, press, press. Point the toe. Come on, let's go. Press, squeeze. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, lift it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heel to the bottom. Take that back hand around, catch the foot, and stretch the quad here. Push the knees together and physically push your hips down into the ground as you drive the heel into the bottom. What I should have told you on the other side is if you're struggling to grab your leg, if you just roll over onto your side and grab the leg there and pull the knees together, it's a lot easier. And then perhaps you can probably roll it back over onto your tummy, okay? And then obviously you turn the back towards me to the other leg. And everyone just release the leg. Roll through the hips. So slide those hands under your shoulders. Lift up, take a cat stretch at the top, so curve the spine. Sit it back. Lift your eye gaze and then melt your chest down. Okay, so we're going to work the free weights this time. So grab your weight. We're going to use one weight at a time to start with. This is an exercise that can be done without weights. So like I said, it doesn't matter if you do not have weights. This is your body positioning. You take your knees fairly wide. You come forward into a half plank. And I'm going to take my back hand in the center to stabilize my body. This is my front hand's going to take my weight. I'm going to pull the arm up to here. And then I'm going to keep my hips square. And we're going to press back 10 times into tricep extensions. When you've done your 10, you maintain your plank, you put the weight there, you swap the hands over, you grab here, and you repeat. Okay? If it gets too much on your wrist, then you can drop your elbows, but because you're changing quite quickly, we'll do that twice each side, okay? Those of you that are feeling stronger today, so if you've already started, stop, because you're going to be doing quite a lot of work. You can come into full plank. Okay, now full plank is a real challenge. Your hips will start to move the wrong direction if you don't keep that core strength. So just be very aware that you're not tilting your hips side to side. That is quite strong, probably stronger on the wrist more than anything. So I know that some of you can do it. Go for it. So set yourself up, grab your weight, and when you're ready, go for 10. So you want to keep that elbow nice and still. My upper arm is running along the line of my back, and it's just my lower arm is moving. Swap it to the other side after the 10. And also that lower arm that's moving, don't swing it all the way to the shoulder. Just stop halfway and then extend, extend, halfway, extend, halfway, extend. And then move to the other side, 10 back on that first arm. Keep those hips square, keep your abs pulled in tight, suck the belly in. So remember, you're just doing this without a weight. It's the same thing, it's just an arm movement. You're getting that core strength still, so don't worry if you've lost the weight. And when you've done your last one, drop the weight to the floor, drop down to your elbows, tuck your toes under. So your legs are a fairly wide place here, and we're just going to do the knee taps. And you don't have to. If you're feeling like you need a little breather, drop your knees, stay here. Okay, 10 more seconds. Squeeze those abs. 4, 3, 2, and drop it down. Bring yourself all the way back down to the floor. Just bring your forearms in front of you, hands back to the ground. Just lift your head and chest. And just stretch down your abdomen. Just release up. And let your abs just dome. And then settle yourself back down. Now your feet need to be fairly wide for this exercise, and we're going to use the weights. You do not have to use them. This is personal choice. I'm going to give you 3 different options. I'm going to give you the easiest option first, which is simply lifting up, squeezing back, Hands back and lower down. That's your easiest option to no weight. Or holding onto the weight, you can lift up, pull one side, release, and drop. Up, pull the other side, release, and drop. That's your second option. It's kind of in between. Or you lift up, you squeeze, you bring it forward, you drop down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and down. Okay, they're your three options. So let's do this. You may have already started, that's absolutely fine. Just carry on. You might want to start with the easier option of keeping both hands down and then working one at a time. That's kind of takes quite a lot of pressure off the lower back. And you might want to do the drop down in the middle. You might want to stay up the whole time, that's also fine. Just feel those shoulder blades squeezing back, pull those elbows back. So whatever you are, give me 4 more, that's 2 each side or 4 together. Squeeze your abs, pull your abs deep in towards your lower back. And when you've done your last one, lower it to the floor. Turn your eye gaze one direction. Now, this is a personal preference exercise. If you feel you can take hold of the weight with your feet, feed the weight to your feet. Now I'm holding it kind of in the arch area. That's my best place. Or you might want to hold it a little bit closer up towards your toes. Or you might not want to use it at all. The knees stay fairly wide, the feet are together, and we're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. So as you can see, I don't get a lot of movement. Some people are really flexible in the back and their thighs can lift right off the floor. Mine don't, but I can feel how strong that is working in my buttocks and my inner thighs by holding the weight, lift and lower. I might see if I can take my knees a little bit wider and then see if that works a bit better. Now I can feel my hamstrings active. So choose what works for you. Lift and lower. Lose the weight completely if you wish. Keep the feet together and just lift and up. If that still doesn't work for you, go back to the one that we did earlier. Just working one at a time, okay? So we're going to do 6 more, 3 more each leg. And then when you've done your 6, everyone keep your feet together. See if you can lift up one more time. Squeeze the weight, lift the thighs, squeeze your abs, pull up a little bit higher, hold it there. 5, 4, come on, squeeze it. 2 and 1. Gently pass the weight into your hand, release it down, let little legs go and take a real roll through those hips to loosen everything up. And then just bring yourself up onto your elbows, tuck your toes under, lift back up into your plank, go back to your knee taps. Or stay on your knees, and just breathe in a plank, lengthen the spine, suck your belly in, tuck your tailbone under. Keep working it. 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide very slowly back into your child's pose, elbows rest on the ground. Drop your head and chest, come into cat stretch if that's better for you. And just feel your lower back releasing. Release your hand, push yourself up, and then we're going to swing around and bring your legs in front of you. So I'm just going to turn to face you for some of these exercises. Grab your weights, So I'm going to angle back here. So we're going to start off with shoulders. So weights are a complete personal preference. Just lift yourself up to start with. So wherever you are, whether you're using weights or not, just stay tall. You're going to bring your weights and turn your palms in and rest them here. And then you're going to curve through your spine, not too far, quarter or halfway roll back. If you need to cushion your lower back, then use something now. Sometimes it's nice just to put a couple of cushions behind you just to gently take the edge off the lower back. We start here. We take a breath in. We open the arms. We take an exhalation. One arm powers up, back down. Exhale, other arm powers up, back down. So we're working 1, 2. Now, if you think this is quite easy, do the arms together. Now, when we do a shoulder press, please don't take your weight beyond your head. You should always be able to see your weights with peripheral vision. So as I pull my weights up, I can just about see my weight above my head. Pressing up, so slight frontal raise. You need to extend your legs, that's fine. Or if you prefer to bend them, some people like to open their knees, take any pressure off your hip flexors. Otherwise, squeeze your thighs together. 8 more. 7. Remember, you can just do this one at a time. You do this with no weight. You can lose your weights halfway. 4, 3, 2, last one. And 1. Release, come forward. Roll the spine down. Reach the weights down the legs. Lift up to put the weights down by your sides, flex your feet, grab hold of your feet. So that might be around your thighs if you can, or over the top, or if you need to come inside, do so. Look up, lift and lengthen, and just slide your legs away, coming to a hamstring stretch. So remember, if you're tightening those hamstrings, one leg bends, the other leg bends, extend, bend, extend, and bend. Back to those thighs. Then lift and lengthen, bend both your knees, look up, and then fold down, and go through that bending and extending again. So we are going back to working the abs. So I'm going to turn side on. Now you can choose to use both your weights, so feeling strong, or lose a weight. So we lift up tall, we take our arms up and we bend our elbows back. Now you might want to just stay upright for this exercise and stay just tall through the spine, because we're going to work the triceps, extending up and down. If you want to do work the abs, just roll back, but don't go further than a quarter of the way. Okay, so your back will take the strain, your arms won't be able to do the exercise. So we pause here, abs engage. We extend for 1, inhale, bend. Extend for 2, elbows close in, shoulders relax. So the backs of the arms working, and the abs engaging. And up for 5. Squeeze deep into your lower belly, make sure your spine is soft. Remember, if it's too much, you come up and you just work up here, your core is still going to be active. Keep going. 12, come on. 13. Squeeze in the thighs if you can. And give me 5 more. Come on, bend, extend. Bend, extend. 3. See if you can drop it back a little bit more. 2. Hold that last one up. Bend halfway and pulse, 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 pulse. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And roll it up, lift up, and release your weight. Yes. Let your spine soften. Let the soles of your feet come together. Let your knees fall apart. Make sure there's a big distance there. And just sink down. And whilst you're here, we're going to stretch open through the shoulder blades. We'll just slide your front arm underneath your calf and your back arm underneath your calf. And push your legs down into your forearms. Hands are flat to the ground. They're reaching. Once you've pinned your arms, pull slowly through your back, as if you're pulling your back away from your feet, curving the spine, dropping your chin, opening those shoulder blades and just releasing the spine, rhomboids, and deep in between those shoulder blades. One more breath, push the legs down, and then gently just ease off. Releasing the arms slowly, closing the knees, and just sit yourself up tall, just to counter stretch. It's quite a strong flexion, just bring yourself forward like that. Pull your feet, your hip bottom, sorry, to your heels, grab your weights, and roll down. Arms out wide. So, this exercise is going to be working the chest. You pull your heels in, you turn your toes very slightly out, and we're going to pull the knees slightly in. We inhale, roll the hips, exhale. We're going to lift the hips into bridge, bringing your arms up, straight over, back up, and down. Inhale, exhale, reach, pause, lift the hips to extend your arms, bring them back, and open them out. Roll, extend, back, and down. Now, if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can keep your bridge. So roll it up, lift the arms, extend the arms, reach the arms, and open. So I'm in my bridge the whole time. And if you still want more of a challenge, you can do this with one leg. So lift one leg up to the sky, power up in those arms, extend overhead, lift back up, and open, returning the foot. Okay, and that's only if you feel you've got that core stability, your back is feeling strong. Okay, it's all personal choice. Extend, lift the hips as you take those arms over, and then lower it all back down. We're going to do 2 more each side. Power through the thighs as those arms go overhead. Nice. Don't rush it, especially when you're doing your own thing here. Some of you are going to be a lot slower than others. Slower the better. Make sure you lift those hips like last time. And then everyone, stay up in your bridge as you open your arms. Push up higher. Let's pulse. Options, stay here and pulse, or pulse with one leg. 6, 5, 4, keep going. If you're doing one leg, change it now. 10 more pulses, not too fast. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everyone take a breath in, lift the hips, and roll it out. Settle down to the ground. Lift those knees carefully in towards your chest. Just take a little roll side to side. And let your knees drop over to one side. Using that weight on that hand just to allow that opening. Breathe. Drop the shoulder blade down. Eye gaze towards me. Then lift the top leg, bottom leg follows. Pull your knees in and then lower them towards me. Turn your eye gaze away and dropping that back shoulder. One more breath. And again, lift that top leg, lift the bottom leg, and just drop your feet down. So just adjust yourself on the mat. So I've got a little bit lopsided. And we're going to work into the abdomen. So, arms up, legs up to tabletop. 2 options. Extending opposite arm to leg, coming back in, body stays flat down the ground, and back in. Or if you want more, Extend arms and legs away. Lift up and crunch. So kick away, lift up and crunch. Or just work opposite arm to leg. And those of you that are feeling this is a little bit too much, drop the weight, do it without the weight. And even that's a little bit too much, you can just catch your front hand around your back knee and just extend front leg and back arm on its own. That's actually quite a nice exercise. So pick that. Whatever one you've chosen, power through your abs. Breathe. If you are doing one arm and one leg, give me one more, swap to the other side. Everybody, you're doing another 8, so power it. Come on, curl up, crunch up into that ball. You're doing arms and legs together. Squeeze deep into your abdomen. Make your last few really count. Should be on your last 3. Don't rush it. Last one, guys. Pause, tabletop. Drop the arms out wide wherever you are. Lift and extend those legs to the sky. Toes down, heels away, extend through the knees. Drop your legs a few inches and pause there. Your abs should be on fire. If they're not, drop your legs lower. Hold it, breathe. Just another 5 seconds. Take one more deep breath. And drop them to the ground. Take a breath. So whilst you're here, just pop that ankle across that knee. Quick buttock stretch just to release. Head down, shoulders down. Try and keep your spine flat to the ground, pushing the bottom into the floor, opening up that front knee. And then a quick change over, so back knee over ankle, lift that thigh, quick buttock stretch. Don't do too much on the buttocks. We do quite a lot of stuff on the lower, on the ground, so you don't need to stretch the buttocks for too long. And then when you stretch this buttock, I just want you to keep hold of that leg, release the foot from the ankle, and roll yourself up. Extend your legs out in front of you again. Grab your weights, or don't grab your weights at all. You can bend your knees if you wish, it's your choice, remember. Turn your palms out, lift up. Take a breath in. Exhale, gentle curl back. You can go halfway this time if you wish. We're going to work biceps together. Now, if you feel your weight's a little bit too light for biceps and your abs are good, your biceps may not, you can challenge yourself. Raise your shoulders up in front and then curl, keeping your elbows risen. It's a lot harder. So it's your choice. Again, put down if you need to. You might want to do 5 down here, 5 up there. And if you want even more of a challenge, take your arms out wide and bicep curl there. Now your abs are going to get that. Wherever you are. 15. Come on, let's work it. Squeeze. Scoop that belly in. Soften the spine. I've lost count. I think I've got another 8. Come on, work it. Squeeze. Change your angle if you need to. 4, 3, 2, last 1, and roll it up. Sink forward, release your weight. Slide your hand in the shin, lift yourself. So let's go back into that hamstring stretch. Take hold of your feet. Take a strong lift this time. See, you can slide your legs out a little bit further away. Bend and extend if you need to. Drop your head and chest down towards those thighs. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. And 10-second stretch down to those hamstrings. Come on, power it, power it, power it. Straighten those knees. Pull those toes in. Need one more deep. And gently just slide your hands by your thighs and just roll yourself up. Put your feet behind you, come to hands and knees. And we're going to finish off with one of our tricep exercises. We're going to work it for about 1 minute. This is one of my favourite exercises. So we start in child's pose, but your legs are not too wide, and we have that upward facing gaze. So the spine is extended and the hands are reaching forward. We're not here, we're here. And all I want you to do is power off from your heels, straight into a tricep dip, straight back. So forward, elbows in, and back. So now you're nice and warm, you can get lower, squeeze the elbows into your waistline, and don't let your bottom drop down through your chest. So start moving into this now, and I'm going to give you your tips. If you let your bottom drop down like this, I'm not going to be able to look or bend my arms without hunching my shoulders, and then I've just completely destroyed the whole exercise. This is about lifting up, rolling forwards. Now look at my bottom, it stays in the air, my chest dips, 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 elbows squeeze in, then power up through the back of the arms and sit it back. So those of you that are confident or competent with this exercise, just keep the power of the triceps going. Or if you want to now add a leg lift, drop and in, drop and in. So it doesn't matter what speed you're going, you can take it slower at any point. You've got 20 seconds left. Those of you that are doing this slowly, just lift up, bend those elbows. You might want to just come to there. Okay, that might be enough. Power it back. Look up, extend. 10 seconds, guys. Just keep that bottom up in the air. 3, 2, and everyone sit. Take your back arm, feed it underneath, and take a little side stretch, keeping the front arm lengthened, and just sink your head and chest down. So if you're in a cat stretch, because child's pose doesn't work for you, it's exactly the same, just reach down. Some people prefer to just come into this position anyway. Otherwise, stay. And just another breath there. Simply swapping to the other side, reach the back arm, feed that underneath arm through the front arm, and just sink. Then cat stretch coming down. And then release the arm back in. Take one more lift up. Float your body up, tuck your toes, and then lift your bottom. Walk your hands halfway in, then walk your feet halfway in. Soften the knees and let your upper body just drop. Grab your elbows and just sway side to side. Allow your lower back to give. Stay there, close your eyes. And the next breath, begin to extend your legs a little bit more if you can. If that doesn't work for you, obviously stay with a deep knee bend and let yourself hang. So I always have a little micro bend in my knees here, just to protect my lower back. Bring your hands gently onto your knees, so bend your knees a little bit more, and then use your arms on those legs to roll your body. And then very slowly, closing your eyes still, roll up until your chin comes up last. Once you've reached the top, take a roll of the shoulder. Interlace your fingers behind the base of your spine. Come forward one more time and bring those arms up and over with you. Just stretch open those shoulders. Turn, face me, lift the arm. Turn, face the other way. Back into the center, reach a little bit deeper. Straighten those legs one more time if you can. And then begin to build your spine up one by one. Soften the knees again. Closing your eyes. As soon as you hit the top, open your eyes, roll those shoulders. And then open your arms, palms facing forward, stand tall. Keep your weight equal both sides, squeeze your abs, inhale, raise your arms. all the way up. Gently bringing your hands together, floating down into your chest, giving yourself a bow, give yourself a clap. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Keep it going, and hopefully we'll be back, like I said, in the studio quite soon. But for now, I hope you're enjoying all our online live streams, if you're doing the live streams, and all our recordings we're doing for you. So take care, have a good week. Bye.